Take a walk. I have some special guests with me today, right here at the Lafayette Cemetery in Lafayette, Oregon. Hey, Wyatt Slimer from the Ghostbusters! Oh snap! Oh my goodness! What in his shorty son of skeleton? Who wants a high five? Oh, how I've been doing? Hey, just living. What's up, everybody? Good to be out. I've been quarantined for weeks, over a month for sure. I haven't gone to public places. I went to a store a couple times with gloves and mask and hand sanitizer and all that whole thing, and I'd just rather stay home and keep everybody safe. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere today. Ain't nobody around. But what we're looking at is the Lafayette Pioneer Cemetery here in Lafayette, Oregon. There's a lot of legends here that I didn't even really know existed, to be honest. You got a lot of time on your hands. You start going down the rabbit hole. The internet's an amazing place for information, for sure. Thinking that Oregon's a little lackluster sometimes. You know, I love my state. I really do. But, you know, we really don't have a lot to offer. Nothing's too exciting going on a lot of the times. And it had me start digging a little bit. You got, you know, time on your hands. You start thinking of that kind of stuff. And I didn't realize that we had such a rich ghost history here in the state of Oregon. Some of those things I'd like to show you today, and it's gonna go from the kind of legendary ghosts, spooks, and specters to a little bit more real. What brings us to Lafayette today? Well, when I started digging around a little bit, I started reading about a witch who was hung here back in the 1850s. And I didn't really think about it at the time. On my way out here, I wanted to learn a little bit more about it. I wanted to maybe see if I could find a grave, but looking deeper, there's no marked grave with her name on it. Not that I could find, at least. But I thought it was like Quakers. I don't know why. I think of like Salem witch trial. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought it was like Quaker dudes that grabbed her. Haters too. But no, it was some hater ass cowboys. This happened in the 1850s, so that's like the Wild West. So that's like some Arthur Morgan motherfuckers coming out here grabbing somebody and just calling them a witch. That's crazy. And just think about, you know what I mean, at anybody getting accused of anything like that, that's just ridiculous. But what if she was? So what? She's one with the earth. I love creepy girls, and I think she's particularly rad, and I don't care that she cursed people. I think that they deserved it, especially if you're going up on somebody and taking them, you know, out of their place of home or whatever, and calling them a witch. I don't know. Some of the graves here are awesome. There's like whole like plots and tombs. I'm trying to be careful not to step on anywhere. I'd like to be respectful when on places like this. I'm super superstitious also. Like I don't want to be cursed. You burn the damn town down already a few times. I'm not trying to have that on my conscience. Not at all. I be believing in ghosts, so I don't need that on me. But no, man, I hope that if she is here, or if any of this is real, which I kind of believe it is. I mean, I'm very, like I said, superstitious, and I get nervous about spirits, espiritos coming after me. And yeah, if it is real, I hope she rests well. And it's too bad. People back in the day weren't very tolerant of people's beliefs. That's for sure. Yeah, beautiful gravestones. All of them. That one's like a rock. I'm about to eat these mushrooms and really start talking to these ghosts. This is an old cemetery here. And even down to this beautiful like wrought iron fence. I mean, it's rusty, but this is absolutely beautiful. The architecture, everything. I mean, how it was designed. A little dirty, man. That means they hit it up with a wire wheel, but I mean, if this isn't picturesque haunted cemetery, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. One of the ghost stories I learned about was actually super close to my house. I live out in South Salem, and we're right here on Croison Creek Road. Apparently, at nighttime here, depending on your speed, there's two children you'll see. Driving down the road here, if you're speeding, you'll see a little boy, and he waves his finger at you. And then at some nights, you'll see a little girl. The little girl is chasing a ball all the time in the middle of the road. And it's said, I don't have any name for her, nothing like that, that she was hit by a car a long time ago. So yeah, that's legend has it around here. I did want to point out the fact that specifically for this video, I busted out the old pea coat. It started getting nasty and rainy here in Oregon, so I wanted to make sure I looked nice, not just because I wanted to stay warm, because I don't know, I was doing some investigative work, you know, I wanted to look like Robert Stack, Unsolved Mysteries, I don't know, you know. So Jerry Brudos was born in South Dakota, but he made his way down here to Salem shortly after high school. He married up and was a weird dude from the beginning. He showed signs early on of issues, and much like a lot of the serial killers that we learn about and, you know, we hear about, and those who get caught after they have a psych evaluation, we find out there was trauma, there was early signs, and he's no different. It happened right here in the middle of Salem, you believe it or not, right here on the corner of Center and Adina. As we all know, sometimes horror is grounded in reality, and Ted Levine's performance of Buffalo Bill in the movie Silence of the Lambs was actually inspired by Jerry Brudos. Now, during his time here in Salem, it started out small, had some weird shit going on with him in his head, I guess. Man would have blackouts, all of that, and showed, you know, exhibition early on of liking to wear women's clothing, which is not too weird. I've worn some women's clothing before, but how he chose to go about it is where it starts getting weird. He would stalk people, go out at nighttime to fulfill his urges and steal clothes from people, and eventually got to the point to where he couldn't take it no more. He just didn't steal clothes, he started stealing people. During his time, he actually was able to abduct, torture, kill, and rape 4 victims here in the Salem area. So Jerry Brudos' 4 victims were Linda Slauson, Karen Sprinkler, Jen Whitney, and Linda Sally. And I won't go into detail what he did, but it's a better world without him out on the streets. So for all the nasty shit he did, he was arrested May 25th, 1969, but he only pled guilty to 3 counts of murder. They couldn't find any of the pictures of other weird shit he did to the other bodies, so they didn't convict him on one of the victims. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to say that if there was a way for me to leave flowers for them like I did for the witch over in Lafayette, I definitely would. But unfortunately, he put his victims in the Willamette River. That really tripped me out, because I know we all joke around a lot of the time and tell people, oh, there's bodies in there. But after I learned this, had some free time on my hands and started researching a little bit, it took a new meaning up to me, and I don't think I'm joking around about that shit no more.